I just couldn't bring myself to even start it. We applied for some project funding for this idea of the Fellowship of the Woods. The idea was that we get a group of people together to connect in the woods and do some activities. But each member of the fellowship kind of brought an activity, with them for everyone to carry out over an 8-week period. And then I kept putting it off. I kept asking for extensions. I kept saying, oh no, we're going to look at this in 6 months. And the deadline kept moving. And it got to that point where I thought, this isn't going to happen. And then I got a message saying, we need to see the plan. We need to see it. And then it had to happen. And I'm glad it did.
It felt like it was about connection today, and the connection between us as a group and the environment, the forest, the trees and the canopy, and a connection with each other. It was a shared experience, finding out more about each other as our subconscious was busy, as our hands were busy with the art.
I was almost frozen with fear when it comes to drawing and painting of any description, so I was really anxious. That melted away within minutes because of the setting and the people and the vibe. So yeah, it's really good. Coming to the first one, it's given me the confidence to come to all the rest.
It was a really simple way to spend the morning, a simple space to be in and just reconnecting with others and with the outdoor environment. It's kind of my favourite place to be anyway, outdoors. We all felt much calmer after a couple of hours in the woods, being creative, and just, I think the connection with others was a really important part of it as well.
It was nice to have the coming together of people that we did. Initially, I had a little bit of anxiety and some misgivings about it because it's been quite a while since I ran an art session, but it was nice to have the mix of personalities, and it felt really gentle and easygoing. I think that's what we all seem to need as well. It was good to see people who thought they weren't creative become a little bit more confident in creating. It was lovely to see everybody experimenting and doing things that they wouldn't normally do, and they didn't feel any pressure about it.
Something came up that I was reading about pausing and having some time to hold a space. It reminded me of a quote I'd heard a while back, which was, "In between stimulus and response, there is a space." It was really interesting today because I think that's what the meditation and mindfulness session allowed me to feel, having that space to pause and hold that space with the thoughts that you kind of have all week. We're very stimulated all the time with information and decisions to make, and just think we're always responding really quickly to things, reacting rather than actually thinking things through. I think metaphorically and even literally, having time to hold that space this morning, having time to think things through, even though we were trying to clear our minds, you get a bit of clarity of thought rather than just having impulsive responses to things. So yeah, I think for me it was about having space to hold the thought or to pause and take a moment.
We lay down and I forgot within 10 minutes that I wasn't comfortable lying on the ground, and it just melted away. Rusty's talk of new beginnings and connecting with yourself and having that feeling of being grounded. I sometimes lose the grip of that feeling. Having been to both sessions now, it feels like a great group of people coming together and just a lot of fun. Everybody was really open. The conversation really opened up afterwards. I feel that was a reflection of how calm we all felt. It's lovely to be a part of it.
We've done watercolours, and we've done the meditation last week. Kelly, you've done both of those.
Yeah, it's been fab. It really feels like a movement, in a way, you know, like something that can take off because it works. It feels great, you know, and it's just great to have different things in the same setting. And it sort of keeps the mood, I think. Of the nature, and even if you're uncomfortable with the topic, it seems to be able to flatten that anxiety out because you're in such a beautiful surrounding. Yeah.
After this week, we've got another 5 to go. There's 8 sessions in total, and so this is number 3, and this is your week, Neil. This is for you. So
it is. So
Neil the man.
It's probably worth. Shall I talk a little bit about who I am and what we're going to talk about?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So I am a PM manager at Microsoft. Microsoft are brilliant at naming roles. I've been there for this is my 16th year. So I've been under Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer and recently Satya Nadella. And what we wanted to talk about, or what I wanted to talk about this week, was those changes, the cultural changes within our business, and how we've adapted to that, the skills that we've had to learn as the culture has changed. I try and cycle every day. I try and get on my bike, and I go, we live in the National Forest, so I get on the bike tracks. And, you know, there's always a billion reasons why I shouldn't do it. But you have to define these priorities and then stick to them. The best way for me to do that is I think of future Neil, the me in a year's time. And I think about, would that Neil be happier if I stayed at home today and did emails or went out on my bike?
My body doesn't feel like a body. My chest feels like it's caving in. I could show you where I've been, but I don't need to hear you say you're sorry. No, I just wanna see where it ends. Let it go, let it go. It's just a fever that'll come, and then it goes like a demon that's just visiting. I don't want it to come back, don't wanna replay all the little details of every old mistake. So let it go, 'cause I am no one's prisoner. I am crawling out my skin, kinda feels like I've been hibernating. And now I'm stretching out my wings. I I could lose or I could win, but I know that I'd rather die here trying. So I think I'm gonna let it in. Then let it go, let it go. It's just a fever that'll come, and then it goes, like a demon that's just visiting. I don't want it to come back, don't wanna replay all the little details of every old mistake. So let it go, let it go, 'cause I am no one's prisoner. Let it go, let it go. It's just a fever that'll come, and then it goes, like a demon that's just visiting. I don't want it to come back, don't want to replay all the little details of every old mistake. So let it go, 'cause I'm no one's prisoner.
After Gulsoom's talk today, I was really struck by the notion of fellowship and what that word fellowship meant, possibly because that's what's building here as we meet up every Sunday. Although the talk started about trees and the connection between trees and the way they communicate, the way they sustain each other, that became a discussion about circularity and networking and how we need to work not only to connect to each other, but there's a special connection that goes on in this space. I felt honoured that Gulsoom could share her experiences of racism, daily racism, with us and give us an insight of what it's like to be a Muslim woman in 2022. But she said something important about how when you share your own experiences, you allow others the space to share their experiences too, to feel comfortable with that, creating a safe space. And I think what I really left with, or what struck home with me, was when Gulsoom was talking about her father and his love of nature and the land, and him missing the land of Pakistan and passing the love of nature to her. And that's why being in the woods is an essential element of what the Fellowship of the Woods is, because it's at once everyone's space and no one's space. So it becomes a place where no one's judging and you can be yourself.
Listen, listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, listen, listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, listen, listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. Listen, 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 listen to the voice of your heart. 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 Listen, listen to the voice of your heart.
So where do we go from here? We had Songs from the Wood. We had Fellowship of the Woods. I'm afraid you're going to have to wait for book 3 of the trilogy.